So much happened there. Many journalists were beaten. You couldn't tell others, because right now we just got information of others who were beaten. So they took us up to a waiting drone that was up, but they weren't beating us. Tamale was the first one to enter the drone, and whoever entered, that's when the other beating started. There were others who were seated in the drone waiting. So whenever you got into the van, you would be beaten, told to face down, you sleep facing down. The moment you delay, whatever they tell you, the moment you delay, they beat you more. So they beat us. I have a lot of pain here in my stomach. My arm was beaten, the knees, and then the legs. Then they were also using guns, like piercing our stomachs. And the moment you make any sound when they are beating you, they tell you, oh, you want to die? Okay. So they would add you more sticks so that you die properly. So they locked us in that drone for, I think it was more than an hour. We were all sweating. We couldn't breathe because the whole car was locked. We couldn't breathe. Some people were crying. One had asthma. And he started breathing badly. So they said, "Oh, you want to die? Okay, let's see if you die." They started beating him badly. They also brought in the mayor of Chengera, Matthias Walukaga, and whoever was brought, any new person who was brought in, they would make a round of beating. They would beat all of us. So we were just praying they don't bring any other person. So they would find any reason to beat you. One of them told Kabugo, "You said you are my OB. Which school were we in together?" As he was beating him. Until Kabugo said, I didn't study with you. It was like, oh, okay. So it was a tough time in there. At least there was a moment when people were all thirsty and they were all feeling bad. They brought in some water and they would give, because the other thing that we were told to remove our shirts and then we tie our faces. So at first you couldn't know how to tie it. We could even tie the nose and mouth until you were suffocating, and the moment you raise a voice, I find I can't breathe, then they start beating you again. So at least I think there was one who was a bit lenient. He told us, don't cover your breathing parts. At least leave them open so that you can breathe. But still, we are locked in. We are all sweating. Anyway, so we were taken to Kawempe police station after an hour of torture. At Kawempe, we made statements. Police treated us as victims because they said we are not suspect in any way. So we are treated as victims of torture. Our cameras were all broken, memory cards removed. I don't think they can work anymore. Our driver told us he saw a UPDF officer throwing down one of the cameras. He had to hit it down, and then I don't think they can work anymore. So at police, after the statement, we went and got a police medical form. Yeah, and here we are now.